To kick off this evening's proceedings, I want to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of this land, and they are the Wurundjeri tribe from the Kulin Nation. And I would like to, I hope you do too, want to give our respects to the elders past, present and emerging. So, we are at the beautiful Royal Melbourne Hotel. And before we tell you about all of that, I want to let you know that this is actually being recorded. So for the people that are pitched, you can go and see yourself on Silicon Beach TV on YouTube channel. So that's a great way. Now, because I help to coach people in this area of public speaking, it's a great way to see yourself. Even if you cringe, don't worry. It's great to see yourself, to see what you are good at and what you might like to improve. So check yourself out who's going to be pitching tonight. So a little bit of housekeeping. To point out to the toilets and the bar, I think you might have already guessed that where they are, but the wonderful Royal Melbourne Hotel does great food. Good drinks, great food, great prices. So you can see the slide behind me. Don't forget to, eat up, drink up. The staff will love you. They're really great staff too. The Royal Melbourne Hotel has been fantastic to Silicon Beach. We've been doing this here for how many years now?
6 years.
6 years these guys have been rocking with us. So that's just fantastic. Wonderful stuff. So we couldn't do this without any of our sponsors. So they are listed at the top there. So wonderful legal firm and a great web development agency. Both those companies, we think they're marvellous and we value them very highly. And of course we do have to have community partners, and you can see behind me the names of the companies up there. Brolo, what does they represent? That's a software guide to your journey through a startup, and that's fantastic. Co-rostering is all about humanising rostering, which is our marvellous friend John. He's not in the room I don't think tonight, but we love him anyway. Wake Up on Earth, that's a SEO. I always want to say C. Geez, it gets me every time. SEO. You all know that is because you're all techie people out there, I'm sure. I am so not. Thinking Innovation is all about David, and thank you, David, for being in the room tonight, reinventing the future for work and life balancing. Wake by 5 a.m. I don't know why he would do that, but KJ, you're not in the room, and he does get up at 5 a.m, so he's probably in bed by now. And Silicon and Simpatico is myself and my husband, and we're all about connection and communicating and helping people either stand and deliver or work out your ideas and how to get that flowing. So we've got a bunch of co-working spaces. There's too many to name, and there's a few up there that you can see. So if they don't speak to you loudly, there's going to be one somewhere in your neighbourhood, in the city, out at Broadmeadows. Oh, we've got places all around the CBD, North Melbourne, you name it. If you want to know more about a co-working space, please come and talk to us later. There is many out there that you can be a part of. And now, before we get the pitches up and running, because Silicon Beach is all about Silicon Beach, take on Silicon Valley type stuff, we couldn't do it without the Admiral and the pirates. So I'm a bit of a pirate, but we do have an Admiral, and that would be Athula, and he has a few things to talk to you about. So here's Athula.
Thank you for being here. We had 170 odd RSVPs. Out of that, I think we've got about 70, and that's great in this weather. So thank you for coming. You guys are the cream, the cherry on top of the Silicon Beach community. So my name is Atula. I'm the lead organizer of Melbourne Silicon Beach. We are now 13,400 members in Melbourne alone, but we have Sydney, 5,000, we have about 3,000 in Brisbane, and other smaller communities around the country. So what we are going to do is bring all these together. We need sponsors. There are a few prospective sponsors. I'm not going to point out them, but I almost did. To bring them all together, we want to upgrade our Meetup account to Meetup Pro. Meetup Pro allows us access to all the email addresses of these members. That is really good. You may not know that Meetup doesn't allow us that access. Meetup keeps that guards it very closely, but if we upgrade to Meetup Pro, we can with one email uh, communicate to all these meetups around the country. So that's nearly 23,000. But we are trying to get at least Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane, because that represents about 70% of Australia's startup community. So think of sponsoring us, talk to your employers if you're working in a big corporate, if they want to innovate, if they're only talking about innovation. This is actually people who live and breathe innovation here. So, and we're going to have silicon tables starting from April. These tables are here just to give you the idea. So you can bring your laptop, app or whatever and demonstrate, and if you have a banner like this, you can bring that and keep it at the table as well. For established businesses, small to medium businesses who are service providers, we charge $250 for a table. But if you're a startup and if you're struggling, we'll charge $100. And if you can't even afford that, we'll talk to the small to medium businesses and scale-ups and unicorns to pay it forward to startups, emerging startups. So they can pay for a startup table at $100, these big companies. What we are trying to do is bring that Silicon Valley mentality of paying it forward. We don't see that in Australia, and in Silicon Beach, we are trying to inculcate that and make Silicon Beach a safe space, which doesn't have this tall poppy syndrome we see in the rest of Australia. So that's our ambition, and also we have a big, hairy, audacious goal. I have been told not to say hairy, but I'm going to say hairy anyway. Big, hairy, audacious goal is to move Australia to number 2 startup nation in the world by 2025. We are at the moment number 5. You can check the rankings at, where is that, startupblink.com. So we'll help you, we'll empower you. Our mission is empowering founders to get there, but you need to spread the message about Silicon Beach. We are a bit of a hidden, we are like a secret society. Not many people know about that. You know about that. So please, word of mouth is really good. That's all I'm going to say. I think I had 3 minutes.
We worked
it's
hard.
under 3 minutes.
Oh, and that's good for Abdullah, I tell you. Have a meeting with Abdullah. You'll be there for a while. No, we love him, and he does such a lot and has done such a lot and continues to do and support and really fight and work towards the concepts of what Silicon Beach is all about. All